Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On. He's my wonderful co-host, Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. We're here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. The wild card weekend has come to an end. It is now time to move on to the divisional round of the playoffs. And am I so happy, Crick? So happy. You want to know why?
Why, man?
Because the Patriots don't play the final game of the divisional round. We got that 3 p.m. Eastern kickoff time. Thank God.
You love that?
Yeah, I don't want to be the night game again. And watching all the other games and then being the last game, and
yeah,
it's like watching everyone complete a task, and you got to stand around and you're the last one to do it.
Yeah, man. You still got homework.
Yeah. Well, everyone's done it, and then they're staring at you now, and it's like, hey, can you jump across this thing right here?
Yeah, no
and
pressure.
Yeah, and you already know who has made it and who hasn't.
Don't fall in the mud, man.
Yeah. And we get to play the Houston Texans, which I'm laughing at because although they scored 30 points last night, 14 of those were defensive points. So
I told you we wasn't betting on that Texans offense last night.
Yeah, it was kind of how I thought the game was going to go for about 3/4 of the game. A little 7-6 ugly game. I thought it would be a little bit more of a little back and forth of like a 14-14, 21-21 type of deal, but ugly and gross. And then just desperation and dumb mistakes ended up costing them. But we'll get in that game here in a minute. How are you doing this morning?
I'm all right, sir. I'm all right. Kind of chased my tail on bets. I had the Texans, but I didn't have any of my player props come through. Hockey was up and down. NBA had another winner in NBA last night. Found a couple winners there. I had the Pacers, man. I had the Pacers a little plus 5.5, and on the money line a little plus 170. Booyah over the Celtics.
Hold on, I gotta check the scores.
Yeah,
Nice. I had the Pacers.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. It was a good little
I
win.
also had oh my God, NBA was better than NFL for me. That's strange. I had the Jazz minus 5.5 on an alt line of 6-1.
That was a winner, dude.
I know, I see that.
Let's go, baby.
The Raptors and the Nets, that did not come through.
The NBA has surprisingly been the voice of reason about the last week.
It happens. Beardo curse is real. Good morning, Nandy. Alyssa's here. Good morning. C Wrights is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Grass Guy's on the other side. Jamie's here too. Grass Guy was immediately talking shit after the game last night to me. I love it.
Immediately.
Love it. He says Drake May better wrap that guy up in some bubble wrap next week. I can't wait.
That offensive line's going to have to play much better.
Correct. I dare the Houston Texans to come up to Foxborough in 26-degree weather and snowing.
Well, hell, it was about the same thing last night, wasn't it?
It's not Foxborough.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't the same.
I'll give you that. We'll have to see, man.
No, honestly, it is. Foxborough's strange, dude. It's out in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's weird. It's like, have you ever been there?
No, you're telling me you'd been one time before. Yeah, you said it was out like in like a field or something.
It's kind of like out in the country, and all of a sudden there's this stadium. So it's like you're not in the middle. You're not in the middle of a city. You're nothing like that. It's like when it's quiet as hell. It's strange, man.
That's like Chris has told me about Lambeau before, and he said Lambeau's in like a neighborhood or something. He's like people be parking in their yard and shit and just hanging out. And I'm like, and I got to go to some of these NFL stadiums. They seem pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely strange, but I'm excited. It's going to be a good matchup. I think I'm not too worried about it because I do not trust. You're right. Our offensive line has to play better, but I do not trust that Houston's offense, especially how our defense has been playing the last couple games.
Yeah, the defense has looked really, really good for y'all the last couple weeks. And I'll be honest, I did not see a whole lot of this game last night. I watched it till about, I was dozing in and out maybe through the second quarter. And SD was watching it. She's like, You're not missing much over here. She's like, I've seen them move like 4 yards. I think they've turned the ball over 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah. The grass guy said it perfectly. He goes, Texans should have had 45 points. Stroud can't do that next week. I watched the first half, and then I just kind of kept my eye on checking the second half. Seems like it won about, but yeah, it was great football being played.
Dude, like I said, I'm not even mad at myself for going to falling asleep a little early last night. I feel like I didn't waste any time on this one. I'm well rested this morning, ready to find winners today.
Absolutely. I guess the big question is, do you think that was Rodgers' last game?
I think it fucking should have been. Will it be? I don't know. These guys can't let it go sometimes, and you've seen Joe Flacco come back and Phillip Rivers and every damn thing else. And I'll be honest, I don't know that Aaron Rodgers in a spot like that, maybe where if somebody gets hurt and you need to bring him back to kind of fill the void or whatever. I don't know if that's a terrible idea. But as far as making this guy your number one quarterback and planning on winning anything with him anytime soon, it ain't happening.
I'll tell you what really changed the momentum of this game, and it was DK Metcalf. He, in the second quarter, ran basically like a little corner route, was wide open, hit him right in the fucking hands, would have been like a 20-yard pickup, would have changed the whole momentum of this game because that would have put him like down at the 30. They were driving. This is when the game was either 3-0 or 3
or 7-3 or
something like that.
Yeah.
It was 3-7 or 3-0, one of those, and DK drops it. And I think if you would have caught that, like I said, they would have been down at the 30. Who knows if they punched it in, but the way they were moving, you could just tell, when a team's picking up steam.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, he drops it. It's 3rd and 10 now, and then they don't get it, and they have to punt.
You got to punt it away. And I'm telling you what, I saw some several big time receivers this weekend drop some key passes for losing teams.
Yeah, and it also helps, which I don't like rooting for this, but it did happen. I didn't see what his injury was or whatnot, but Nico got carted off last night.
Nico Collins did?
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't see that either. What when was that in the game? What point in the game was that?
It was sometime in the second half, I think in the third quarter, because this is when I was just checking in when I had tuned back into the broadcast. It was him being carted off.
It's never good when they're carted off.
Yeah, and he did not seem happy about it. Let's see.
That's brutal, man. I like Nico.
Okay, so it was a head injury. So,
he might just get knocked the fuck out then.
Yeah, so great for his career. You know what I mean? Like not a knee or anything like that. But we've seen, especially since they have a short week, you leave with a concussion, you're not playing the next week.
No, it's going to be hard to pass protocol by then.
Just how we aren't going to have Christian Gonzalez because he left with a concussion.
You don't think he's going to be good to go either?
It's really hard for these players to pass concussion protocol in 1 week.
That looked like that just played it. Just didn't look that bad on him though, man.
I know, but I mean, it's maybe he gets out of it. But usually, when you're in concussion protocol, the league,
because there's like grades to this, right?
Yeah,
there's like certain ones are worse than other ones, obviously.
I mean, the league is more cautious on those type of things.
You got to pass a certain number of tests, and you got to be able to go through like 2 full practices or whatever, and all that stuff. You just don't have. Well, that's what usually gets you the 2 practices, because like you'll get later in the week and they'll finally clear you to practice, but there's only like 1 practice left before the game, and you got to log 2 before you can play. So it kind of puts some people behind the 8 ball.
We've also seen if you try to rush back or like fake that you're okay and somehow get the clear. We've seen players that have got their bell rung the week before and try to come back the following week, and they play like shit.
And once you have that concussion, I played with a guy in high school, man, and he didn't have one for a while, but he started getting them. And once you get them, you become so much more susceptible, especially if you don't allow that amount of time you need in between for your brain to heal, man. It's a lot easier to knock that thing back out.
Just ask Tua. Good morning, Jose Taco. Morning, so that's good news for him that it's not like anything
Yeah, I
super.
mean, it usually carded off. It's usually you don't see the whole carded off for a concussion thing. You know, they'll
I would
usually
say if
pick
you
you
got
up.
carted off for a concussion, I feel like it was a pretty
It's a
bad
pretty bad
concussion.
one, dude. He probably went to the whole zombie look and everything else.
Let me see if I can find the play.
But yeah, if you get usually the concussion, they'll at least pick you up and
Ooh,
throw you across their shoulders, and let you
yeah,
stumble off the field and stuff. You get carted off. I feel like he was KO'd.
it didn't look good. Let me see if I can find it on X because I found it on Instagram. Let me see.
Go wait for the Texans though.
Yeah, hey, they got their first road playoff win.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's big time. And they won't count this against the streak for the Monday night games or whatever, will they?
I don't know if they will or won't.
I don't think it should count. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
weird.
they'll just go to the regular season. Seeing that 23 Monday Night Football ones. I don't know if they were already counting it or
Yeah,
not.
that's what I want to know. If you counted any of these in between as part of the record, then you got to end the record. But if you didn't,
I know
count
they
it,
didn't. I know they didn't count one during that COVID time. Because do you remember during COVID, I believe it was, or like, one of the COVID years, the Bills and Steelers had to cancel their game or something like that?
they had to play on Monday afternoon.
Yeah, they were almost yeah.
That was like
So it technically it wasn't a Monday night game. I think it was because of the snow, right? There was too
it
much
was
snow in
that
Buffalo.
wasn't even COVID. That was just like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, but I think it was, like, one of the seasons after COVID,
No, it was definitely in the last like 3 years. But yeah, they went up there because they had to go play Josh Allen and them. They had that crazy blizzard blow through. They were supposed to play on Sunday afternoon. They had to move it to Monday afternoon. We wound up having 2 Monday games that year.
why I can't this is weird. Usually I can find it on X, but I can't find that.
I know. I ain't even seeing nothing listed. I thought
This
we were
on
listed.
Instagram. Hold on, let me see. But
Hopelessly said, went 1-2 yesterday. Rogers is dead to me.
yeah.
Good morning, No Skin.
Uh,
Blue.
this is the best I can get of it, but here it is.
Oh,
I mean, he went head first into the ground like that.
yeah, that hurt.
At full speed, it looks worse.
Yeah, that hurt, dude.
Ugh.
Jam that neck and everything else.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways, we'll get to that game here once I got to step away real quick. I'll be right back.
go ahead, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Good morning, Pissant. How you doing, buddy? He said, morning. Got the first half under. No Skins in here. Blues in here. Hopelessly persistent. Good to see y'all. And I'm not sure what you're talking about, Alyssa. Little girl 0-6. I ain't sure what you're talking about there. We'll ask Will when he gets back. What up, Jay May? How you doing, man? Good morning. See you right. Andrew, Jose. Good to see all of y'all, man. Hope y'all doing all right this morning. Yeah, tough loss for the Steelers, but I'll be honest, I didn't have a lot. I was on the Texans last night. I didn't love it. I did not love it, man. Especially the more I seen more of y'all on the Steelers, feeling pretty good about it there, and it looks like they were a bit in the game until the fourth quarter. You get 2 defensive touches right there. Hard to overcome that for any team at that point. We're going to jump more into the game in just a little bit. I'm trying to see any y'all had comments up here. Grace guy said Texas should have had 45 points. Yeah, you can't do that next week. That's for sure. We'll be playing pretty good defense next week. I'm gonna tell you that Patriots defense playing pretty good right now too. That'd be another one of them hard hitting football games. Melissa says, "Oh yeah, they were talking about her on Sports Wars. She was guessing all the wild card winners and went 0-6. Golly, that's rough. Hell, we just need to bring her on every week, man. We'll fade her. That sounds like a good system at this point. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, we're gonna talk about this game. Then on Sports Picks over on Crick's Corner in a little while, we'll cover your hockey, your NBA, college basketball. I guess college basketball is almost dead to me, man. That shit is driving me crazy. Grass guy, we keep trying to find these spots. It's like that damn one last night. It was like NC Central, Morgan State, or some shit. Good morning, Miss Leslie. How you doing? But yeah, and that damn thing, and we think we're finding the reverse line moving in that spot, and it's moving back down 3 or 4 damn points or some bullshit like that. That damn thing went over by 20 points, grass guy. In that one. Good morning, Spartan. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're all right this morning. But yeah, college basketball is one of those things that really is. I think I'm gonna start looking more at taking sides in that thing than totals, grass guy. As far as college basketball goes, I am about over that shit at this point, man. I am about over it at this point, man. I hope Nico's all right. Like I said, it looked like it was pretty rough there, landing right on top of the old dome.
Welcome back. Yeah, that little girl, Trent's daughter.
Book it with Trent.
Yeah.
God, so the apple don't fall far from the tree then.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm kidding. It's not his daughter, but it could be.
I was thinking, I was like, holy shit.
They posted a video that was going around online, and it was her, and they would set 2 helmets out, and she'd close her eyes and look, and she'd grab it and say the team's name that she thought was going to win. She went 0-6. I saw that yesterday, and we talked about it on Sports Wars. I'm like, there's no way she goes 0-6. I mean, come on, 0-5 right now. She ain't going 0. She went 0-6. And Ryan went 6-0.
6-0?
He picked every game right.
Man, that is solid. We need to bring that little girl back though and just fade her.
I feel like this is time to tail her, dude.
Maybe. I don't know.
It'd be hard to go 0-10.
And she's defeated, never won right now though.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang. Yeah, we probably need to fade Ryan and tell her this week.
That's right. Yeah.
What is
shout out to Ellen Crates, Lady Brap. Is that you, Leslie? SB Lady Brap. Shout out whoever that is over on X reposting the show.
Did you delete your Twitter account or something, Miss Leslie?
Maybe she made a new one.
Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I tag all our people in my pics and stuff every day. Yesterday I was trying to tag Miss Leslie.
It's Miss Leslie. It is Miss Leslie.
Okay, you got a new one? Well, hell, I need a damn.
She says it sucks. The pinned thing at the top says sucks when your account gets hacked and you have to start all over.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Okay. We'll have to figure that out. I was wondering, it just all of a sudden it just wasn't there yesterday. And I was like, what?
Damn. Well, that does suck. Well, I gave you follow back. We're good. Okay, yeah.
Hell yeah. She said, yeah, that's her.
The background photo gave it away. I gotta reshare this.
Okay, I got you too, Miss Leslie. Okay, we good to go now then.
Yeah, we dialed in. 30-6 win for the Texans. Don't be fooled by the score. It was closer than what it shows. It's because in the fourth quarter, the Steelers kicked a field goal to go up 10-6, or the Texans kicked a field goal to go up 10-6, and this is where I thought, okay, here we go. And then a few minutes later, did you see that Will Anderson
said he dreamed about this or something?
Yeah, he had one of my visions.
Hey, I didn't watch the clip, but I saw the thing on ESPN this morning that says Will Anderson says he saw Rankin's TD in a dream or something. Patriot, good morning.
How can you say it wasn't closer than the final score show? It was literally 13 minutes left in the game. It was 10-6.
Yeah, dude.
It was a gross close game, and then this play happened, and that's where it started snowballing, including a 50-yard interception because the Steelers were just trying to force the ball at that point. But hey, shout out to Steps. He got his Woody Marks touchdown.
He had a good game last night.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 19 carries, 112 yards, and a TD. Nick Chubb even had 48 yards. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good little compliment right there. If you can use Nick Chubb as the backup and get some meaningful carries out of him at some point in the game, he can't be your starter anymore. He doesn't have that kind of go juice. But Woody Marks and Nick Chubb are a pretty good little compliment right there in the backfield, man.
Yeah, he looks old.
Mm-hmm.
Which he is.
Well, he is old, and he's also had those knees broke like 3 times and shit. So it's really amazing the man's even still out there.
Stroud gave up the ball in the red zone twice, or it would have been a blowout. Well, they got to hang on to the ball. My quarterback does not hang on the ball either. So this will be a fun game this next week. Who can hang on to the ball better?
Just bet all the turnovers.
Yeah. Enormous difference in yards per play. Yeah. I mean the Texans had a lot of they had a lot of longer drives. I mean, the time of possession was fairly close. I mean, 5-minute difference.
That is something you could look at a little closer, Grass Guy, in matchups of yards per play. That's a big metric.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you have 408 yards compared to 175, that's gonna.
When you don't get 200 total damn yards, how many passing yards does CJ Stroud have?
250.
Okay, he did get over the 200. Aaron did not.
No, he did not. Good win by the Texans. Good win. Not much to say from this game because, like I said, it was gross and ugly and close until that fourth quarter, and then snowball effect. Man, it just got away from them.
Man, I was feeling pretty good about my kicker prop. I mean, like I said, I was already asleep by this time, but the 10-6, man, we had a shot at that thing. I got 2 Boswells in the first half. I was like, man, we're gonna cruise along to that one. That was like plus 250 too, and then Fairburn was plus 164 or something. They obviously never had a prayer there, but you can't factor in the 2 defensive tutties.
Coco said she tried to warn us about Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, I was on the Texans.
He was defending Mike Tomlin though.
Hey, well, that's cool. They can defend each other.
Yeah,
and you both suck.
So over in the AFC, Saturday we get Broncos Bills. That'll be the first game. What is that? 4:30 your time.
Okay.
And then the next day we'll get Patriots Texans. Thank God it's at noon my time.
So a little 3:00 my time. Then we get what is Seahawks 49ers the night game on Sunday?
Yeah, at 8 p.m. your time.
That makes sense.
And Bears Rams little Sunday afternoon game for the night game. 6:30 your time, 3:30 my time. Bears Rams for the final game of the divisional round.
Okay. So the Bears Rams is Sunday night and the Seahawks 49ers is Saturday night.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool, man. I mean, it should be 4 good football games.
It should be, yeah.
Should be. I'm not upset with these matchups at all. Kind of excited about these, man. This is I'm anxious to see what Josh Allen can do up in Denver. That Texans team got me a little excited about that last night. I feel like that Patriots game will be a hard-hitting game. And then, hell, that Bears-Rams game may wind up being the best one of all of them.
Yeah, it might be. And we only have one matchup that's a rematch. The other teams haven't played each other this year, so that should be good.
I like that too. Yeah,
I ended up picking on Sports Wars yesterday. I ended up picking the Bills. I don't feel great about it. It was just one of those, you're going to make me make a pick here on Monday of who's going to win.
Yeah.
And as of right now, I don't want to be the guy, once again, like last week, that goes against Josh Allen in the playoffs. I'm just not ready for it.
Dude, I mean, I know. I don't know. I feel like this would be when I'll have to kick myself for it because
I feel like if you like Buffalo to win this game, they've got to win by like a good margin, like double digits. I could see that happening. Like they just get hot and Broncos don't have the offensive power to keep up. If it's a close, grimy, back and forth 13-10 game heading into the fourth quarter, I like the Broncos.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. If it's kind of muck it up in the mud, I feel like that favors the Broncos right there. The Broncos damn sure can't get in a shootout with the Bills there.
What do you think about these? The Bills opened up as a favorite. But it looks like the Broncos are now favored. What do you think about? What do you think about these lines? Like, if the Bills end up closing a favorite, it would be the fourth time in NFL history that a wild card team is favored over the one seed that had a bye.
Be the fourth time in history.
Yeah.
Wow, that kind of makes sense, I guess. And there's always going to be the one seed there and the lowest seed left, so that kind of makes sense. I'm telling you what though, if what did they? I would like to know what those teams did in those other games.
I believe the Dog, which is the one seed, is 3-0.
Okay, man, I want to take the Bills this week, but I feel like I'd be zigging when I'm supposed to zag. I think last week was the week to get that one in there. And I was on the Jaguars. And the Broncos, I think everybody's kind of forgotten about over here. And that's still a pretty good football team. You get to play at their home field. But I also feel like there's a little something to taking that week off, too, man. I know you're supposed to be getting some guys healthy, but you do see some teams come out flat in those spots.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
I'll tell you what, I don't think it's his last game. I don't know if anybody brings him back as a starter, but he might be one of those guys that where you wind up seeing some guys get hurt later in the season. They're like, okay, we need you to come in, fill the void for a little bit.
This is exactly why it's such a great game. Angst Kitten says, I feel like Broncos have been exceeding expectations all season. That's the thing. No one feels good about the Broncos because they keep winning these damn close games. And I feel like people would feel better about the Bills if, one, they hadn't got the shit kicked out of them last week, and two, they already didn't have any wide receivers, and now they lost Gabe Davis. You know what I mean? Like, they just
that hit on him looked pretty rough.
Did you see his knee afterward? He posted a photo of it.
It all looked rough, dude. They hit him, and it's like the
black
bottom.
and blue.
I believe it, dude. It's like the whole bottom part of his body moved, just like crossed the field, and the rest of his body just stayed up tight. It was a funky looking hit, dude. It looked like it hurt. It looked like a hip to me.
Jamie says Josh Allen bring his A game next week. Question is, will Bo Nix? That is the big question. Some of these teams don't do good with the rest, you know?
Don't. And Coco, I see you don't underestimate Josh, but I don't think y'all should be underestimating Bo Nix either. Bo Nix has played very well in the first two seasons in this league. He's not a quarterback.
Here's the reason why I also like the Bills. These two teams played each other in the playoff last year. Remember, Broncos snuck in as the 7th seed?
Oh, yeah.
Albeit they had to go to Buffalo. That game was 31-7.
Bills?
Now,
much different team, though.
But how much different can they really be? Now, I'll give it to you. They went and got some defensive pieces this offseason, which is solidified that defense. But that defense was good last year, too.
They also signed a lot of those guys back, though, and gave them extensions, and they looked like they felt a little bit better about it, found their home. And so, like Benito and some of those guys, they signed them extensions in the offseason.
Yeah, but how many times have we seen that it's just a team can have a really good defense, but you run into that team that's just a mismatch for you, you know?
It happens. It happens.
Look at the Panthers and the Rams. Who would ever thought the Panthers would be able to hang with the Rams for 2 games?
Clearly, they just match up with them well or something.
Yeah. It's something. So, I don't know. But Sean, I didn't realize this. Sean Payton has a chance to do something no one's ever done.
What is it?
Win a Super Bowl as a head coach of 2 different teams.
That's never happened?
I learned that on Sports Wars yesterday.
Wow.
I know, right?
Okay.
What do you think about the rest of these game lines? I feel like
I think the
Seahawks opened 7, and now they're 7.5. I feel like that's wrong.
What's what I'm saying? What is going on there? And I'm going to be mad at myself because we did this last week for the damn Panthers, and I wound up going against it anyway because I said, why are they giving them so many damn points? And I thought the books knew something, so I took the Rams. I think this is too many damn points again. Ain't no reason either one of these teams should be getting north of a field goal. Now, when the Seahawks win it by 3 touchdowns, I'm going to be like, oh, shit. But
that dry, cold, mile-high air burns the lungs. I think Josh Allen will be just fine.
I mean, yeah, I don't think normal things that bother normal people affect Josh Allen as much.
I mean, is it a factor? Yes. If it was such a huge factor, no one would ever win in Denver.
Right. They're not undefeated all time there. And then didn't they lose their last one up there?
No, I actually do think that the Broncos were undefeated at home this year.
No, they got beat by the Jaguars.
That's right. They got
That'd be
their ass
34-20. Yeah, 34-20.
Yeah, they got destroyed. Let's see. Yeah, that was their last loss. Huh. I don't know. I think we're set up for some good games.
I do too.
That line's me and the Niners. I mean, I'm just gonna let it keep going out. I'll sit and wait.
If it goes back down below 7, I'll hammer the Niners.
I don't think the way this is set and where the market's at right now.
But they're moving that line against the money, dude.
It's early though. We don't know how much money, and this is just one site.
I feel like the NFL's. Don't you feel like the NFL's weird though, where like you do have a lot of this stuff that gets bet real early on in the week, and you do see a bunch of money come in. I feel like that's kind of already a sign. Now we'll have to see what it does throughout the rest of the week when some other money comes in, but I feel like right now that it's kind of sharp money that's coming in, trying to get those lines early. If they're already moving it out against it, I don't know. We'll have to watch that.
Let's see.
What's your question, Blue? Blue, I don't know what your question was, buddy. Drop it in the chat again. We'll answer it.
Yeah,
that's on purpose. On purpose to move the line. Well, why is? Of course, it's on purpose. They know what they're doing, but what's your reasoning for it? Why would you move it out if you were that scared of it?
Yeah,
that's my thing. Well, you already got money coming in on the other side, so
it's gonna be interesting.
We get to do one of those cool fantasy things again this week.
Oh yeah, we do.
Sweet.
I forgot. I'm also in this playoff contest. Looks like I did all right.
So they can hammer the other side on game day. What are you talking about, Grass Guy? So who can hammer the other side on game day?
The government.
The books don't hammer anything. They set the lines and take your money when you lose. They don't hammer nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, I can see those contests real quick.
You're good, Blue.
I think I did terrible this week. I'm so bad at fantasy. Let's pick them. I was doing all right in pick them, but now I went forward 2, so I'm pretty much done.
4-2.
Yeah.
All right, Grass. That sounds good, buddy.
Yeah, I suck.
This guy sucks.
Dude, I'm so bad at these playoff fantasy shit. The number one guy he went Josh Allen, CMC, Puka, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, Stafford, Caleb Williams, Jordan Love. It never works out when you select mostly the quarterbacks, except for this week. I feel like every time I take quarterbacks in fantasy, it doesn't go my way.
I think that's a bad strategy to be doing that. I mean, it worked for that guy this week, but I think in the long run, is this like a 1 week contest, or is this thing through the whole playoffs, or what's the deal?
Whole playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, I need a prayer to come back in that.
We need a big week.
6-0. Yeah.
We need a big week then.
How many people? Love that. Look at all these people that went 6-0. Supporting. What are you doing down there, man? 3-3.
What a bunch of savages, man.
How did our squad do? Probably not great.
Not great with 4-2s and 3s and 3s, man.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. I need you guys to pick it up.
Patriot, be safe, buddy. Have a good day now.
Later, Patriot. Playoffs are the time when the most non-factor players step up most of the time. It was all the fantasy-wise, it was all the big names. You had Puka, you had CMC, Well, the
I feel like
quarterback.
every time I talk about one of those unsung heroes, I always go back to Alomide Zacchaeus. He got a touchdown the other night. I
He
think
did?
we just bet that guy in every meaningful game his team plays.
Might not be a bad move.
I'm just saying.
Might not be a bad move. All right. Well, there's that. And then the Patriots open up as a 2.5-point favorite against the Texans. I feel like that line is spot on.
Yeah,
Don't
I got
you?
it. I do. I got it at 3 right now.
2.5,
Over there.
3. That's right.
Yeah, around that. But I think that's right.
That's where it's going to go back and forth.
Low total,
Ooh, what's that?
40.5.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, shit. I like I think it's going down too. I think it probably goes kind of like that Steelers one did last week. Probably winds up around 38.5 or something.
I am kind of surprised the Rams are at 3.5.
I don't know why anybody's favored north of a field goal over that team at home. I mean, shit, I understand. I understand you don't feel like you hard trust them, but I mean, that team is going to be a tough out, and they have showed the ability to come back in several games this year. So I don't feel good about taking the Rams minus 3.5.
No, with how they've been playing on the road lately, not great.
Not great, but I also see the sharp money against the public money, and I kind of like that. So
It's early.
it is early. Yep, it is early. I have to wait.
How much public money is on these teams? There's who in the public bets on a Monday or Tuesday?
That's the biggest thing too. Yeah, you gotta. That's what I'm saying. You gotta kind of watch. I figure more of the sharper people, maybe the bigger bets, are the ones coming in right now.
Yeah, which is on the Bears catching the points.
Yeah, we'll see though. I don't know. Maybe
We'll
a bunch
by
of
Friday.
Yeah. I'd see on Friday. Maybe a bunch of people are damn trying to catch up from last weekend.
Could you imagine if the Bears played a full game of football?
No, we haven't seen that yet, so I don't even know
They
what that
might
looks
be
like.
the best team in the NFL if they figure that out.
Maybe best team ever. We hadn't seen that yet though, so we don't know.
Unless they just stop saving it for the fourth quarter.
I heard that, no skin. Fuck Brock Purdy.
What do you got against Brock?
God drives me nuts.
Guy
Out there
drives
looking like
Tacoma.
your kid. Out there looking like your kid's Bible school teacher or something, just single-handedly winning fantasy football championships for people.
Now it all makes sense.
Now it all makes sense. That's the only problem I have with Brock Purdy. He's probably a stand-up human being. But fuck that guy.
Did you see, this whole Marcus Freeman story?
I did see some of it.
So he got cleared. There was rumors that he had got into it with a wrestling coach and assaulted a wrestling coach. Did you see the video that came out?
I haven't seen the video. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. They said the guy was yelling at his son, and then they removed his son. Then the dude started yelling at his wife and everything. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but if you're doing that to my son or my wife right there to the point where I have a problem with it, it's going to be a bad deal.
Yeah, apparently he said at the 14-second mark you can see him. I'm trying to find him.
God, it's a big old boy shaking that referee's hand there.
I think is this him? I think this is him. Let's see. Yeah, right there.
With a hood up. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's him. Okay, now it makes more sense. That's him. I think one of the other coaches comes over and talks to him or something like that. This guy. I don't know. No,
So what are we saying happened there?
It's right here.
Okay.
Is where the application is.
I don't see anything there. I see people exiting.
That's the point. They ran with the story that he assaulted a wrestling coach and whatnot.
That's what I'm saying, dude. No, they, yeah, and he doesn't strike me as that kind of jackass anyway.
I mean, so this was all over literally nothing. There's some words being exchanged right here, but he clearly just leaves the gym.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he knows better than that shit. Look at all them people standing around. You're Marcus Freeman. Like, they're not going to know if you do some stupid shit. Like, he knows to get out of there.
Yeah.
And that's all
But
he
like
did.
they ran with this damn story like it was a big deal, and then you look at the video and it was like, yeah, nothing happened.
Imagine that. The media running with some bullshit that ain't true.
God, terrible form right here, dude. What are you doing? You're about to get freaking thrown to the mat.
Yeah, well, that guy's twice his size, too.
So it doesn't mean you have that bad form.
I agree with you there. I agree with you. I'm just saying, what weight class are we in here? We must be in heavyweight.
Let's see what happens. Does he get tossed? Oh, come on. You got to shuck him down to the mat. What are you doing?
Shuck
You
him.
can't let the guy
Mother
just
shucker.
shuck him on down.
Yeah.
What are we dancing or wrestling?
Say, this is a terrible wrestling match.
Yeah.
That's probably what he was pissed off about because both these
Probably knew
coaches.
he was on TV right now, and he's like, "Oh God, I don't want anyone to see me get taken down." Ooh, no, nothing.
Nothing, dude. Absolutely nothing. What a terrible wrestling match.
Well, that was a big nothing burger for that story.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it sounded like when that I didn't even see any videos and stuff, but I read that article yesterday and it sounded like it was bullshit from the beginning.
I wanted to talk to you about this. So the not hold on.
Uh-oh.
All the money, the big money moves this weekend. Like, because we sit here each week, we watch the line, and we've done this for a long time. We respect the market, we respect the money. If you would have just went against the money movement that moved these lines or where all the money was piling up on, you would have went 6-0.
So just fade the public?
It wasn't public. It was sharp money. Like public money doesn't move the lines.
No, yeah, what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm trying to understand what you're saying here.
Big market moves.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah.
So like the Jags went from plus 1.5 and they closed minus 2.5.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got you. And that was a loser.
Eagles opened up, around 4.5, and they closed 6.
6. Yeah, I got you. I'm with you now.
Yeah, and so
all those were losers.
Yeah,
that's why I got my fucking head kicked in this weekend.
Yeah, so it was like,
Morning, Buku.
I don't know. Maybe it was just a weird 1 week thing, but we've been seeing that a lot this season, more so than normal. Where if you just went against where the money's moving and moving the line. Sometimes we see like, oh, that line was here, now it's there. That makes me feel like something funny's going on.
Maybe they're just getting sharper. Maybe the books are just getting sharper too. I mean, we know they're sharp, but maybe they're. I feel like you always got to be looking for those reverse angle psychologies, and with the legalization of sports betting and people getting sharper, I feel like the books have to evolve in their way of doing things too. Maybe that's something that's happening here.
Here's all my Kalshi losers yesterday.
All of them, he said.
Oh my God, I didn't hit a single thing last night.
That was a hard game. What is this?
Dylan Raiola is going to Oregon.
Whatever.
Did you see that Dante Moore? He made this move without even knowing if Dante Moore is leaving or not.
He says, "Because I'm better than you are."
Well, he said he'll back up Dante Moore if he has to.
Whatever. That guy, they built him up as this next end all be all, and so I thought he was going to go to Texas Tech, but I think the Sorsby, the quarterback for Cincinnati, is going to Texas Tech. But yeah, they've built this guy up as some great thing and everything, and yeah, he got some physical attributes and all that stuff, but I ain't got a lot of faith in that cat either.
Huh?
That's just me. I mean, there's Pissant right there. I mean, he's a Nebraska fan. I'm just saying. I would expect that guy. There's some talent on that Nebraska roster, and I would expect that guy not as much talent as on an Oregon roster, obviously, which it's hard to get more talent that's on an Oregon roster. But
Oregon saw something in him to bring him in,
and he may be great for that Dante Moore shit and all that stuff. But that guy ain't gonna be shit in the NFL either. So that's true. He may be great to go ahead and run that Oregon offense, but you're gonna draft him number 1 overall, like you're gonna do Dante Moore.
Let me tell you about this extremely important thing. This one is extra important. Nearly every family has been touched by cancer, And when it happens, the hardest thing isn't always the treatment, it's the overwhelm, the endless research, and the fear of choosing wrong. That's why the incredible Dr. Michael Carfeld, one of the top integrative cancer doctors in the country, is hosting the most powerful cancer educational event online, the Healing Blueprint Masterclass, a live half-day virtual event on November 6th. Everything patients, survivors, and families wish they'd known sooner: how to understand the real cause of cancer, what alternative and conventional therapies work best together, how to bring peace and focus to the chaos. Stop wasting precious time and money on trial and error. You'll even receive your own Healing Clarity guidebook where you'll create a personalized plan on your healing or prevention journey. It's happening live on November 6th, which we've obviously missed, and now half the price of a 1 hour session with Dr. K. You'll get 4 hours of live teaching. Go to tkcblueprint.com. Use the code Blueprint for 50% off your ticket. 4 hours with Dr. K could save you more than months and bring back the hope you've been searching for. I'm guessing that means you can get access to the online stuff.
Booyah.
That had already passed, but that one has been said. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's tough times to do that kind of stuff alone. Coco said she won big last night with the usual Aaron Rodgers under pass yards and completions.
Let's go.
Someone would have told me that.
Hey, what time in the game was the other day when you thought you saw Coco on that?
Sometime in the fourth quarter. It
quarter?
might have been towards the end of the game, but it was in the fourth quarter. It was after the Bills made a pretty big play offensively. It wasn't a touchdown, but it was like, I think, got him into the red zone or something like that.
I was going to go back.
Maybe it was even after the tush push.
I was going to go back and look at it yesterday, but I was like, I'm not watching this whole damn game over again. I was like, I think he said fourth quarter, but I couldn't remember. But I'm going to go back and try to see if I can find that today.
Yeah, maybe starting the fourth quarter right after that big tush push.
Okay.
11-yard run.
I'm going to go back and see if I can find it
I think
today.
it might have been right before that, though, but it's somewhere in the fourth quarter.
Probably. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. I think we can find it, man. Because you can go back and watch that stuff on Hulu again, watch the replays and whatnot.
Yeah, I was trying to find that on Paramount Plus, but I couldn't find the replay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was curious about that, if you could find that. What do you want to talk about, Craig? I think people need a little NFL break.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess.
I know.
National championship game or a little bit or something. I mean, shit, we got a long time until then.
It's a week away.
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't even know what to talk about. I guess NBA or something. I don't know. Let's talk NBA, I guess. You're an NBA guy.
Jazz upset the Cavs. The Jazz were, pretty big dogs last night? Let me see. This is another one of those theories that I've been running with.
I want to say this line was like,
they were
8.5 or something.
They were 13-point dogs.
Oh, I didn't know it was that big. Shit.
Yeah, I've been moving the line 10 to 12 points. So on this one, I took the Jazz and money line, but I also took the Jazz that would let me go out to 5.5.
Easy peasy.
It happens, man. It doesn't happen every night, but like when you're getting, anywhere from 8 to 12 to 1, depending on where you move the line, you don't need to hit every single one.
Shit, I feel like it happens most nights at least once, man. If you got more than if you got 6 or more NBA games, one of those is a huge upset.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the Pacers were 5.5 point dogs. They won outright.
Shout out to Phil over on Sports Picks. I posted my picks, and he's been interacting a lot over there with my picks and stuff like that. I think he's newer to the site, but he was asking me, he's like, "What's your reasoning on the Pacers here?" I was like, "Man, they're just moving that line against the money. There's something's funny right here. I don't really have like a strong handicap on it, but they're moving the line against the money, and I can't figure out why they're doing it. It just feels like a Pacer spot." It was.
You guys think AI will be used by coaches to see what plays to run soon? That would be interesting. That is a really interesting question, Jose Taco. Do you think AI, maybe not used live during a game, maybe we'll get to that point, but like you could use AI to like analyze and study a defense over if you went like with the Bills, took the Broncos defense every single play this season, ran it through AI, and then said, okay, now tell me what would be the best strategy against this defense. and it showed you plays that would have like in the success rate that teams had against them this season. That'd be interesting, Crick.
I think they're already using AI for a lot of that stuff and shit, man. But I also think that for that stuff to be effective, you got to have such a huge sample size, and it's going to run its own programs and things like that. And it's going to give all the different combinations that are possibilities and stuff. I just don't know how much you can trust that. There's something to it, obviously, because it can factor in all the variables and put all that shit together. But I think wholeheartedly trusting AI in anything is foolish.
I think Josh Allen's AI.
They might be. I'm convinced they're growing some of these guys in a lab. Look at Myles Garrett. Did you see Myles Garrett on that freaking pick six the other day when that big 280-pound monster was just hauling ass down the field and caught Devin Bush like he was tied to a damn tree? And then Devin Bush is looking at him and like Myles Garrett smiling, turning. He's like, "Hey, man, block that guy." And he had to go back and block the dude getting his way. But Myles Garrett hawked him down at 280 pounds, dude, running every bit of like a 4.4. That ought to be illegal. 100%. That's a deadly weapon.
Miles, you ran too fast.
You're going to prison.
We're throwing the flag.
Yeah. You're not fair. Guy's a monster, dude. No,
I think
they run that fast.
Jose Douglas says, I think they should eliminate electronics in football to keep the sport natural. I hear your point there. I like the electronics because I want these guys to have all the information as fast as possible. Look at it because I want them to come up and draw up the best plays and the best schemes. Because at the end of the day, you can have all the electronics you want. You still have to step onto the field and go do it. You know,
Players make plays.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you can use all that stuff, and the electronics ain't going nowhere. They're going to use all this stuff available to them and everything like that. But I'm one of those people that thinks it's wholeheartedly to just blindly trust AI. And that's another thing you can't factor in. You're right, Alyssa. The refs suck too.
During one of these dead weeks, we should just let AI run the show. Like I'll just run stuff through Grok and see how we should do the show.
Ask him right now who's winning the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
See what he says. I definitely think if it's your thing, you should use it as a tool. But I just I think it's too small of a sample size right now.
It is really, really helpful on a lot of things. I definitely need to use more of it for certain things.
That's another thing too. Y'all should know I haven't used a whole lot of it to tell whether I like it or not. But maybe just call me old school. But I've seen Terminator 2.
I can tell you this: AI refs would be way better than the current refs we have.
100% on that. I do not like the electronic measurements. I do not like those. I don't trust them.
I don't like it because it's still the spotting of it's still the human error.
Yeah, it's just
they're not using it to see if the ball actually got there. They're saying, okay, this is where the ref spotted it. So is it past the line to game?
You got the chips in that ball. I want you to tell me that chip, be able to tell me what is the farthest point that ball got to?
Yeah.
Tell me that right there. What is the farthest yard line, the mark that got to? That's
the hard part because you don't know if it could tell you that, but the hard part is you would have to time it up with the actual video. Like a human would have to look at the actual video and see because your knee could be down and then you push the ball across, right? So you can't just go based off did the ball get a certain distance.
True. I see what you're saying.
Like on that Trevor Lawrence play, he was clearly down.
Yeah, his whole shin was down.
Yeah, but if you would have
just ball winds up going, yeah, I see what you're saying. And I think that these damn electronic measurements take longer than if we actually ran the chain gang out there, dude.
I know, I miss the chain gang. Bring them back.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hell, it literally takes longer to sit and wait for this chip to calculate everything and then tell you, and then they do this big buildup. It feels a lot more like WWE now, dude. All these different little moments and shit that the build up and all this stuff. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. The reason why I like the Pacers yesterday was because the Celtics last game they played the Spurs the other night, and the Spurs won. Albeit they did have a case. The refereeing in that was very favorable to the Spurs. and just look at the free throw difference. But that being said, they were home. You can't let that team beat you. Jaylen Brown came out afterwards and said, he goes, I don't give a damn about the fine. Go ahead. I'll pay this fine for what I'm about to say. And he went and complained about the refs, which I do think was justified, but you still can't do that. He was like, you can't call us on a foul over here and then let them get away with everything on the other side of the court, is what he was basically complaining about.
I agree with him.
No, I agree with him, but like that to me was just a red flag. Like, this team's bitching about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many times have we seen in the spot where a team does that and they're in their own head and then they go out and lose another one on the road?
You're not focused on the things you need to be focused on. Yep. I'm with you there. Let's see.
Ooh. I think I did know this. So, like, if you get a ball in the stands, someone runs over and gives you a different one because the tech in the ball is a trade secret.
If I'm ever in there and I get one of those, you'll be hard pressed to tackle me before I get out of that stadium.
Roger Goodell.
I'll straight up
shoot you down.
Come get you some. I'd love for Roger Goodell to be the last guy between me and getting out of the stadium with that football. I would love that. One time. I look like on Tecmo Bowl, man.
I thought this line was fishy. The Sixers on the road here were 3.5-point favorites against the Raptors. Raptors have been pretty decent at home. They were 3-8 until last night. So I thought the Raptors had a chance. I took them out to like -7.5. That was wrong. Sixers get a win.
What are the 76ers playing pretty good basketball right now?
Yeah.
They are playing pretty good basketball. I usually hate that team because I think the way they do Joel Embiid and the way they do Tyrese Maxey because of Joel Embiid, because that guy should be the face of the franchise. But that team right now, with both those guys on the court, they're playing pretty good basketball.
Yeah. And then when you have two bad teams playing each other, flip a fucking coin. Flip a coin. So I saw the Nets were 3.5-point dogs, so I took the Nets. I took them -7.5.
Took the Nets -7? Oh, you're on your alt line. Okay.
Yeah, I was doing I was getting I think 8-1 on that one. It was just part of my experience. I was kind of right. One of these teams won by 8. It's just
sure enough,
not the team I picked.
Sure enough, that's what sucks on this one. I think that line was around 8.5 or something I might have been a little lower.
And then my theories are working. I just need to make sure to play all the games. I was waiting to play the later games because these earlier games were way earlier than, it was like a 10-something Eastern tip-off for the Lakers Kings. The Kings were 9.5-point dogs, and I was going to take them -2.5.
God, you could have took them -9.5.
When I got home last night, I forgot to place the bet, so I missed out. That would have been a good one. And then Clippers, I wasn't going to play this one no matter what. The Hornets were looking way too good lately for the Hornet standard, and the Clippers have been one of the hottest teams. They're finally figuring it out.
They are. They usually do that about this time of year, just enough to get them like the 5 seed in the playoffs so they can lose a first-round series on the road.
I'll tell you what, I'm not saying anyone's scared of the Clippers if they make the playoffs, but no one wants to play them. You don't want to play James Harden and Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs.
Why the hell not?
It's just it's a
so
tough
Kawhi can tweak his vagine and have to sit out game 5 and 6.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's going to happen, and they'll pay him $30 million on a landscaping contract.
I'm gonna clip it out.
So Clippers are bums.
Clip it out.
Clip it out. The Clippers are bums.
So when we're in the first round of the playoffs, correct?
That's a trash ass franchise too.
What?
Yes, 100%. That's a trash ass franchise. There ain't no reason in LA like that you shouldn't be able to do more with what they've done. Hey, dude, when we were younger, when we were like middle school, early high school, that was the worst team in the NBA by far.
Yeah.
And so
still doesn't want a damn thing.
I just don't understand it. How you can be in a market like that and suck that bad.
Should we go through these games and show how the sausage is made? Because I've been testing out a new theory. I've taken a couple of weeks off, but I've been using the Better Day database and looking at these first quarter, first half totals and spreads and whatnot. and trying to find matchups very favorable and then fade it. Do the
Okay.
opposite of what you think you should do.
That's not a bad play in the NBA at all.
So the Suns Heat are 1.5 point favorites over the Suns. Sharp money on the Heat. 67% of the money's on the Suns. So what I do is we'll
Shit, they're moving that line out against the money.
let's see. So Miami, pretty decent first quarter team. Bad. Okay, look at this. Against the spread, they're 7-11. So pretty bad. Oh shit. Here you go. Look at this. At home against the spread in the first quarter, they're 7-11. On the road, they're 13-4.
There's the play. You want to fade it, ain't you? You're wanting to take Suns first quarter.
No. This would first. They're home, so
I thought you were saying, but that's what I'm saying. Everything tells me to take Miami first quarter in this.
Well,
right here.
So this is what I've been looking at. This is how I've been doing it. So I see, okay, Miami is a bad first quarter team. If I go and pull up the Suns right now and they're a good away first quarter team, it would tell you, oh, Miami's bad at home first quarter. Suns are good on the road first quarter. We take the Suns. You do the oppo. So we would take Miami. You take the bad play.
I was reading that backwards too. I was thinking the 13-4 was the home first quarter ATS and not that. So okay, so we do okay, yeah. So go contrarian.
Yeah, but we'll see. I want to look through the numbers real quick. Total, they are 7-11 to the over in the first quarter at home. First half at home. See, look at this. This tells you that they're a better second quarter team because if they're 7-11 ATS at home in the first quarter, but they're 11 and the exact opposite for the half ATS. That means
they pick it up. Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe golly, this is exactly what I need to do. Start finding first quarter and second quarter bets in the NBA. Fantastic.
Let's go look at the Suns. Now the Suns first quarter away,
pretty good road team.
11-7.
Golly, everything. Take the Suns first quarter to the Heat second quarter. Parlay.
That's what the data would tell you. But if you follow the data, what I've been finding out is it's for some odd reason it's wrong. Look at this. Look at the Suns at home. I know they're on the road here. 3-13 to the over.
So they don't score.
Well, neither do their opponents because their
opponents are playing some defense in that first quarter, baby. Hey, I gotta get
first quarter away, they're 9-9. Let's see. First half away, ATS, they're 11-7. So they're kind of exactly like the no. So this tells you the Suns are good road teams in the first quarter and first half against the spread. So my play in this would be if I were to take this data, you have a good team in the Suns this season against the spread, first quarter, first half. You have a bad Miami team that's home first quarter against the spread. They're bad, but they're good in the second half. This would tell me that you would take the Suns in the first half or first quarter based off of this data, but I would take the opposite. So I would play Miami first quarter, which would probably be -0.5. Let me see if it's even up right now. Let me go look at the line. Yeah, it's not even up yet. That's also what sucks about doing this so early. I don't have them up. Eyes on the road, Blue. Eyes downfield. Yeah, so I would look at it would tell you the Suns are the right play in the first quarter. I would look at the Heat based off of how I've been tracking this. But let's see what else we got. Oh, let me see. Put this in order. There we go. Next game up, we got don't even look at the data in the Spurs Thunder. Don't do it. Just don't. I know a lot of people like the Spurs here. I think this is the time to fade the Spurs and take the Thunder. Spurs are 3-0 against the Thunder this season. Last time they played was in OKC on Christmas. OKC lost. Shea came out and said, how can we say we're the better team when they beat us 3 times now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 of those times, I believe, was in OKC. So, I'm not even going to look at the first quarter, first half data for this. I think this is either Thunder or pass. I think the Thunder might finally come out and show. Okay, I think the Thunder are going to be up for this game.
They should be. I'm with you too. I'm with you. I'm on board on that one too. Thunder about to blow the doors off on that thing.
Line tells you that too.
Yeah, dude, they shouldn't be. If you've been beat by a team 3 damn times, you shouldn't be 7.5 point favorites with it juiced to the -7.5.
All right, Rockets Bulls. Let's see if we can find something in this one. So Houston.
I'm gonna put a 3-unit play on the Thunder tonight.
Atta baby. Look at this. Houston on the road is 14-6 against the spread in the first quarter.
And they're at the Bulls, laying a big number.
Yet they're only 10 to the over. That tells me they're blowing teams out. But the other team, they're playing good defense in the first quarter. First half on the road, they're 12-8 against the spread. And 9-11 to the over. Okay. So that's Houston. Oh, no, they're home. Never mind. They're home. I thought the Rockets were away.
So no, grass guy, we're still going to do all the same things we do, man. I like this information too, though. I need some of this stuff.
Why will your show be shorter today?
You're still in our NBA talk, man. No, yeah. I like talking NBA with you. You're the NBA guy. You find all these weird little angles and shit. You are totally my NBA guy.
Who, Grass?
Grass is my everything guy.
Okay, so first quarter home, they're not that great compared to the road. They're 5-6. They haven't had many home games compared to their road games. That's a 9-game difference.
That's weird. I guess they're about to play a shit ton of home games now.
Must be. 5-6 home ATS first quarter. 5-6 to the over. First half home, they're 7-4 and 6-5 to the over. Chicago. Let's see. Chicago on the road first quarter, 7-9 ATS. 11-5 to the over. The first half road ATS 9-7. 11-5 to the over in the first half. This tells me there's not much here. There probably isn't a play. If you were to force me to make a play, I would say under first quarter in this game. But I don't love it.
You got a low total in that game, too. What did that total open at?
Let's see. $225.5. So it's 224.5. There is sharp money on the under for the game.
You got all that. Does that say?
Oh,
sorry, 65% of the money.
Yeah,
they've already moved it down against there.
If there was a play, like I said, I'd take first quarter under. Seems to be.
I kind of like that, dude. They're moving it down, too.
Seems to be the play. Timberwolves Bucks. Let's see if we can find anything in that. So the T-Wolves are on the road. Oh, God, they are a terrible overall first quarter team. Look at this.
Let me see it.
Oh, sorry. 12-23 ATS.
That's terrible.
It shouldn't be actually that shocking because they've been like a perceived to be a good team. So usually those it's those lines are a little inflated because people think they're a really good team.
Yeah.
First quarter on the road, ATS they're 7-10, 6-11 to the over. So I mean, they start off slow, is what it looks like on the road.
Maybe this is something we should look for going forward. The Timberwolves feel like that team that gets better throughout the year. By the time playoffs get there, they're kind of tuned up. But early in the year, we might just want to fade this team early in games, man.
They're 6-11 for on the road, ATS, and the total on the road is 8-9. Now the Bucks, Milwaukee, how are they at home? First quarter at home, they are 5-13. So both these teams are terrible in the first quarter.
Bet the damn under in this thing first quarter.
First quarter total, they're 18-17. At home, in the first half, they're 5-13. So neither of these teams are good. When they're Milwaukee's home, they're terrible against the spread. When Timberwolves are on the road, they're terrible against the spread. So that doesn't tell you anything.
Here's
First
what it
half,
tells you. Here's what it tells you: don't bet this fucking game tonight because you're gambling.
yeah, it's rough. If anything, I would bet first quarter and first half over to be contrarian to these plays.
And you get to sweat that too if you do it.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I don't think we can take a look at the Nuggets Pelicans because the data is going to be so skewed because of
You can't.
with
Just
the
bet Jamal Murray 30 plus points. Just bet that. Be done. If you want to bet Pelicans Nuggets.
Hawks Lakers. Ooh, this one could be interesting. Let's take a look at that one. So we'll start with Atlanta. They're on the road. And the Lakers just played last night. Was that up in Sacramento? Yeah, no,
Yes,
they were
it
in
was.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
So they're coming back home.
Probably about a 30-minute flight or something.
Atlanta on the road this season in the first quarter. 13-7 ATS. Uh, 11-9 to the over. First half on the road, they're 12-8. So they're a good first quarter, first half team against the spread this season. Total is 9-11 to the over. Let's take a look at the Lakers. Lakers home first quarter, 5-10 ATS.
Why are the Hawks favored over this team?
They
I
probably
know
got
it's
guys
back to
sitting.
back and all that, but that probably means
So this does. So you gotta. So this is a perfect one right here. You got
LeBron.
the Hawks are a good road first quarter team, and the Lakers are a bad home first quarter team against the spread. So this would tell you, oh, we should take the Hawks then. Do the opposite. You would want to take the Lakers here, based off of my theory.
I think you do too, because they're sitting LeBron out. He's told you he's not going to play back to backs the rest of the year and stuff. He is not listed on player props, so I guess he's sitting out tonight. That would feel like a contrarian play worth making, man.
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah, Luka put up 42 last night.
Luka's a machine, dude. I'll tell you what, if you just seen like him and the Joker walking down the road and stuff, you wouldn't know that was the two best basketball players on the entire planet.
Lakers are a good over team in the first quarter. Hawks are a good way over team. So you would look at Lakers in the under in the first quarter. First half home, they're 6-9 ATS. And 12-3 to the over in the first half. So the plays are Lakers first quarter, Lakers first half, under in first quarter, under in first half, if you want to fade the data.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily disagree with that.
That's how, because I used to, like I was saying, I used to follow this data and be like, oh, good, look at this first quarter, LeBron's sitting out. Lakers are 5-10 first quarter. Hawks are really good first quarter against the spread. Hawks are the play, and then it never ends up working out that way. And let's be honest, the Lakers, from a plus minus standpoint, are better when LeBron's not on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So the play is Lakers first quarter, first half.
No, I don't know about that, man. I like Luka way better than I like James Harden.
I feel like he hits more shots than Harden.
He
Maybe
does.
Harden's prime.
Yeah, maybe in his prime when he was the only player on the damn team.
Yeah. So that's
Shooting
just kind of. Oh, sorry. That's just kind of how I've been looking at some of these things.
No, I like it, dude. I like it. Slide behind that paywall.
They got Trailblazers, Warriors tonight. Warriors minus 10.5. Warriors have been a good home team. And
Yeah,
I think
as long as everybody's playing, they should be. That line wouldn't be that high if they weren't.
Oh, Blazers beat them last month. Blazers beat them twice.
Was that on the road or at home?
One earlier in the season, third game of the season, they were at home. And then, I don't know, what is this? Roughly the 12th game of the season, they were on the road.
I've lost to them twice. You might
And now they're 10-point favorites at home. I feel like you
parlay the Warriors and the Thunder tonight.
Yeah, I feel like the Warriors are going to get one here.
Yeah, I feel like you parlay. They're probably going to win this game by 30. Yeah.
Yeah,
there's no reason a team that beats you twice or three times even, you should be favored by that many points over that team.
No.
That's right, Ninja. Good morning, man. He said they're all bums. I agree. Overpaid bums.
Where do you think Harbaugh ends up?
I mean, probably the Giants.
Interviewing him?
Probably winds up being the Giants, I would say. I think they were kind of waiting to see if Green Bay gets rid of Matt LaFleur, I think it is for John Harbaugh.
Do you think there's anything to the fact that he chose the Atlanta Falcons for his first interview? They did the interview yesterday. Because I think if I were him, I'd rather go to Atlanta than go to New York.
Hell yeah. 100%.
You got more talent on that team.
That's what I'm saying.
And you can go 9-8 and win that division.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's a cod lock. You go 9-8. You don't even have to sweat week 18.
Yeah.
You get to 9-8 in that damn trash ass division. But I don't know. I didn't really I hadn't heard a whole lot of rumblings about him going to Atlanta, so I guess I kind of forgot about them hiding down there. But that would be a good spot, dude. Whoever goes in there, you've got a lot of pieces put together. You're still gonna have decent draft capital and stuff to add some things to that. And obviously, if you're John Harbaugh and you go down there, you can bring some people over in free agency and stuff too. Even.
Good morning, Ghost.
Hot Fots. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, the Falcons interviewed him, and they interviewed Mike McDaniel. McDaniel also interviewed with Cleveland.
Why are the Giants? Hold on, time out. Why are the Giants the most attractive job by far? Just because you're a Giants fan? What have y'all seen up there that tells everything?
I know Beardo's been saying the same thing, and I go, I don't know. I feel like Atlanta is a better, more. Obviously, we're talking Harbaugh, so you got to exclude the Ravens. But
I'm sorry, but there's nothing that tells me the New York Giants is a more attractive job other than it's in New York and it's the Giants. Everybody wants to talk about historic shit and everything like that. I'd much rather go down to fucking Atlanta into a division that's trash. You're going to get at least half your games indoors.
They have key pieces already in place.
And y'all also still trust in Jackson Dart too, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's early with Dart. It's not like, here's the thing. I think the Giants are way better off getting Stefanski than getting Harbaugh. Harbaugh's not a quarterback's coach. Jim is. John isn't. John's a special teams guy. You want a quarterback coach. You want Stefanski.
I don't know if you want that either, but I don't know. That guy did a lot with. I mean, it's with the Browns. I mean, he did at least make a playoffs with the Browns one season. But
yeah, coach of the year twice with the Browns. I think Harbaugh is a better fit in Atlanta. Kind of coming in as like a CEO manager type with, because you got the talent there. You just need to bring in the assistant coaches, coaches underneath you to get the most out of those players.
Mm-hmm.
So you could say that for the Giants, but everyone keeps saying that the Giants, like he's saying that they've got all the pieces there. Well, on paper, you have a really good defense. That defense can't stop the run.
I started to say, like, what everybody talk about all these. If y'all had all the pieces in place, you wouldn't have went 3-14 or whatever it was, 4-13, whatever.
And I've heard some disturbing things about the Neighbors injury. Apparently, he had to go, like, it's not healing right with his knee. They had to go in and do some extra stuff there, and it might be one of those kind of, I don't want to say career ending, but career alter. Like, he might not be able to run the way he used to run. And that happens sometimes with those knee injuries.
Does the ligaments and stuff in there, they don't wind up healing right.
Mm-hmm.
Shit goes on, yeah.
And we can't just crown Jackson Dart as going to be one of the next young, good QBs. I mean, that guy literally got a concussion half the games he played.
Yeah, and I don't know why y'all are so sold on him. I just don't know. Yeah, it was fun season. You got to watch the first 6 weeks or whatever with him and Scatabo, and that was a cool little deal and all that stuff. But I'm sorry. I think y'all are drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's the other thing. I mean, Cam is a fun player to watch and a great story, but is that guy going to hold up for an NFL season year after year?
No, dude. It ain't nobody body built for that kind of shit. And you think you can do that week in and week out? No. I'm sorry. I ain't sold.
Go says, look at the Jags. Coaching made a difference. Yes, I agree with that. But Harbaugh's not like a great quarterbacks coach or an offensive mind.
And Trevor Lawrence a lot better than Jackson Dart. What are y'all talking about? A lot better.
Harbaugh's a good CEO. Good thing to come in, button everything up, make sure everything's running right,
And y'all are talking about coaching making a difference, but y'all also talking about they're coaching some of the greatest players to ever fucking live. Like Tom Brady, Patriots coach made a difference. Tom Brady made the difference for 20 damn years.
I think he's talking about Vrabel this year.
That one this year it did. I mean,
I would say,
but got a much better quarterback in place. Does anybody think Jackson Dart's even close to Drake May? If any of y'all think that, we can stop this conversation now.
Also, like I was saying, as this, that was also Josh McDaniels needs credit for the Patriots offense.
And since I know Tyrone Tracy's been a little fun to watch too, but that guy also can't stay healthy for more than 2 games in a fucking row. And that offensive line is trash. Absolute trash. Now, people don't understand that you don't have all the pieces in place if your offensive line's as bad as that fucking offensive line is. And you haven't done anything to try to fix that.
Now, they could do what the Bears did and go buy an offensive line.
They can try.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. But I'm just saying right now, if you look at rosters and the way they played finishing the season right now, the Falcons is a way more attractive job than the New York Giants. Especially in a division that sucks.
You got so many more.
Yeah.
The only thing that the Falcons are missing is a quarterback. Yep. Which is kind of a key piece.
I will agree with that. You got to figure that part out.
But they got a lot more offensive weapons. They're going to lose Kyle Pitts, but
tough luck.
Say la vie.
Yeah, say la vie on that one. Yeah, I mean, God Almighty, that fucking guy.
What's that saying? Go with God. Go with God.
Yeah.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Go with God. Thanks for all you did.
Good riddance.
Scatterboo is a concussion away from being Joe Biden.
You're not wrong there either, man. That's what I'm saying. When the offensive line gets better, well, I think y'all been thinking about that since COVID.
Where the Rams trade their first round pick to the Giants for Neighbors straight up, the Rams first rounder so likely to be 29-32. No, it's unlikely. I don't think that happens.
Well, especially if you've got all this talk about if his knee ain't healing right.
Yeah, that's another thing too. But say he comes back fully healthy. You don't ever see teams trade. One, the Giants wouldn't give him up. So I don't think
You'd
they
have
would
to
give
give a little more with that. Yeah, you'd have to give something else.
You'd have to give up the Falcons' first round pick. That the
Which will
Giants,
be
or the
what,
Rams,
like 12 or something?
something like that. Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Let's see. Fell draft order.
I mean, that would be fun to watch in there. You get Puka, Devontae, and Malik all on the same team, and then go ahead and send Joe Burrow down there.
Yeah, let's see.
God, that'd be fun. Fun to watch.
It's the 13th pick, so I don't even know if they would do that.
Oh, they'd do that for a guy you're not even sure about if he's coming back.
No, I'm
healthy.
saying if we just assume he comes back fully healthy.
Yeah. Sounds like that's a big assumption at this point.
By the way, I asked Rock, in your opinion, who's winning the Super Bowl? Here's his answer. The mid of January 26th, with the NFL playoffs in full swing, blah, blah, blah. Seahawks are the consensus betting favorite to win the Super Bowl. They're coming off. The Rams are right behind them. Okay, we all know this. Here we go. In my opinion, though, the Houston Texans are going to pull off the upset and win it all. Okay.
The Houston Texans, Grok's on dope.
They got a young, explosive roster that's been battle tested, and their defense has been quietly elite. They have not been quietly elite. That's all people can talk about is their defense. What do you mean?
I started to say, I was like, Grok, you ain't been listening, man. Grok's ears ain't turned up.
Oh, man. But he does say the playoffs are about hot streaks, and Houston's got a hot vibe right now.
They are definitely trending in the right direction. Oh, we're here every morning, Venus. Every morning.
Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Pacific.
That's
Good
right.
morning. Good morning.
We don't play, man. We quit school because they got recess.
Grok asked me, do I have any contrarian takes on this?
So, yeah, I think the Texans are losing this weekend, Grok.
We'll see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's searching all my posts.
Oh, I ain't sleeping on
Grok. That I'm a huge Patriot fan.
I just call Ghost Grok. Yeah, you're a huge Patriots fan. Yeah, tell Grok that. See what he said. I ain't sleeping on them Texans. He goes, I know that defense is nasty. I just can't trust that damn offense.
He's right now looking at all the positive things I've said and pulled up about the Patriots over the Chargers. A fellow Patriot enthusiast. I dig it, especially after checking it out, your recent breakdowns on the Chargers matchup, where you highlighted how New England's strengths line up perfectly against LA's vulnerabilities, plus the cold weather edge in the playoffs. Confidence was sky high there, and it paid off with their wild card win. Thank you, Grok. He says, that said, I'm still riding with the Texans as my upset pick to host the trophy. You son of a bitch. It's me versus Grok this week, correct?
It is.
Me versus Grok. I should make a video on that.
And what was that? Pittsburgh, New England, what was that, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
Grok telling you what you want to hear. No, he's not. He's telling me he's still picking the Texans.
He said the book thanks you for your donation.
You know what he says?
What's he say?
He says, what's your divisional round lean? And got any props or parlays cooking for this weekend?
That's what Grok says. Grok might be
Grok knows what I like.
He just listened to us all day long on our Twitter feeds. Just listen to everything we say and storing it all in his giant brain.
That's what we should do when we have slow days. Just
hang out with Grok.
Get Grok sports takes. That would be the
Grok,
same.
how you been, man? How you been, Grok? What's going on?
Is it cold in the AI world?
Man, I bet Grok don't ever sweat.
Nah. We could ask him stuff like, Grok, what's the most you've ever wagered on a sports game?
Ever. He got Elon money, man.
What's it like not to sleep?
Yeah.
No,
dude.
you know what I asked? How much do you hate making all these stupid have you probably seen it's all over everyone's X. Hey Grok, put me in a pink bikini. Hey Grok, put this girl in a yellow bikini. Have you seen that shit?
Nope.
God, that's all people use Grok now for is to turn people into bikinis. Or put people in bikinis. It's like this
is why the human race is doomed. Because we have all this technology and all these different things we can use to actually benefit ourselves, and this is what we use it for.
It always goes back to sex, dude. That's been the history of mankind.
History of mankind.
Always goes back to sex.
100%, dude. And Grok's like, I don't
Can I
even
use this technology to let me see hot women in bikinis?
That's yeah. Never mind the
And if
fact
she's
that
not hot, we'll make her hot because Grok will turn her into a skinny, big-breasted.
Yeah, absolutely. Fat ass and everything. Yeah. Grok knows what he likes.
No, Grok knows what we like.
Yeah, Grok. Yeah, Grok listens to everything, man. He's watching all the clips and everything else. He knows what's up. Golly.
Coco says Will versus AI. It's going down this week.
It is. It is. I want to see you and Grok in a boxing match.
This is so true. Sex is the only reason we do anything. Ain't that the truth?
It's true.
I'm gonna be you and me both. I mean, let's be honest. It's a good story, but does anyone want to see the Houston Texans in the Super Bowl? You really want to see that matchup? That
I like
terrible offense in the Super Bowl?
I've told you, man. SD's right. I think I'm a closet Texans fan, dude.
I think you are.
I really do.
If the Texans get into the Super Bowl, it's going to be like the Broncos versus the Panthers that one year. It's going to be like, ugh.
It'll be like that damn Rams Patriots Super Bowl, what 13-3 or something.
But that was kind of shocking because both those teams had pretty decent offenses.
Hell, the Rams had like the best offense in the history of football or something.
Yeah, and they came up against the best defensive mind in football. Got slapped upside the
head. Coco said Uncle Dog got drunk and put on my bikini back at the hotel. Let's go. Uncle Dog seems like my kind of people, man. He seems like a good time.
Blue says 5 babies, the 6th one's incoming.
Y'all
Grok likes your milkers. Grok likes your milkers clip. I bet Grok do the milkers video. Put her in a bikini.
The yellow one.
Yellow.
Yeah. Sure enough.
We should have Grok. I'm gonna see if we can get Grok to do that.
I'm here for it. It's getting to where it's gonna be a little slower part of the year and stuff for us after football shuts down. We might just have to hang out with Grok some days.
15 minutes a day with Grok.
15 minutes. Oh man, I love it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you and Grass gotta go over there and talk about real important stuff. None of the silly things that we do on this show.
All right, chat. Y'all have a good day. Be safe out there. Come on over to the Sports Picks channel for Crick's Corner. We'll hang out with me and Grass. We'll cover your NBA, NHL, and all of that stuff, man. But you be safe, sir. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning, buddy. Have a good one.
All right.
Boom. Make sure you go over there. Give them hit the like button. Let's get these followers up. 942. Disappointed you in chat. You guys can do better than that. Later, Venus. Later, Alyssa. Thanks for everyone tuning in. We really do appreciate everyone here. We enjoy these mornings with you guys. Even these little slower mornings, you guys make it so much better. Just hang out and listen to us talk about silly things like Grok putting women in bikinis. That's why this is the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. All thanks to you guys. We will be back, though, tomorrow morning. See what Grok wants us to talk about. It'll be interesting. We'll see how those NBA plays work out, too, with that database. If you guys like stuff like that, we can do more of it. You just let me know. I'm going to start diving. Now that we have more time, I'm going to dive into more of those and cook up a system betting-wise for those first quarter, first half plays using the Better Days database. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early as usual. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on.